character to go. It's going to be Pigepic. Okay, so Pigepic. Almost everyone that I've played this game with believes that Pig is probably the strongest character in the game. It is the character that I have the least amount of upgrades put into. I believe I just have 2 movement speed and 2 luck. I don't think I have anything else upgraded on this character. We're gonna just try that. I think it should just be totally fine. We're gonna go to Sipunku instead of Denise, because we've done 1 run in Sipunku and 2 in Denise so far. Taking off my hoodie, sorry, 1 sec. But, Pig has an inbuilt HP regeneration ability. Its ultimate is Divine Inspiration, which makes Pig invulnerable and increases its HP recovery. Now, Windblade says that it's a melee move. Actually, a bit misleading, as you'll see here. It's coming out pretty fast. Also notable, even though I don't have the projectile upgrade, sure it is creating 2 at once. I wonder if that's a bug or something. Who knows? Asteroid Belt Boomerang. Asteroid Belt creates rocks that orbit around Pig, doing damage each time they hit. Boomerang is a ranged wind attack that attacks random enemies and returns to the caster. I would like to pick up both of these over the course of the run, but I'll start with Asteroid Belt. Sure, why not? As you can see, compared to other characters, because it has so much healing, Pig likes to play in front of enemies. Kismet Lens increases critical probability, which, like Volgon Scale, is increasing in damage. As you can see, Kismet Lens upgrades Windblade. Spoiler alert, Windblade Plus is very, very strong. So we're going to go ahead and take the Kismet Lens and then upgrade Windblade whenever we can. Pig is also pretty fast. I've taken 2 movement speed upgrades on it, but it's no slouch for sure. High Field is a decent damage upgrade as well. We're not going to be taking Kai Field this time, just because we've already got the floating rocks to help us out in terms of things that are really close to us. And we'd like to pick up the other wind moves, Tornado and Boomerang. So focus on just upgrading our Windblade. As you can see, we're not struggling at all, really, to deal with the enemies that spawn. There we go. Like Inky, Pig does not evolve. So we're just going to focus on making ourselves really strong, and then go running around looking for crates. Great stuff. Sonar, Kismet Lens, and Magnetic Module. Sonar increases the attack area not of the rocks, just of Windblade. I'm fine to just take another level of Kismet Lens. Rocks, kind of nice in Sipunku too, a lot of electric enemies. There we go. Our first event has spawned, so we're off to the races. You get Daredevil's Cloak, Panlope, Kismet Lens, and Volgon Scale. There's some consideration for Panlope here, just because Pig is so powerful that it almost never struggles to deal damage and win runs. So Panlope is sort of like a win more option as possible. I talked in a previous video about Daredevil's Cloak. I do not think Daredevil's Cloak is very good. really, if you just focus your early levels on making yourself as strong as possible, you will get plenty of experience to develop enough damage to kill bosses in anywhere between 10 seconds to 30 seconds, with them not posing much threat to you at all. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. We'll grab a Volgon scale just to up our damage a little bit more. More damage means more enemies go down, and if more enemies go down, get more experience, you level up faster. We're going to use our rocks to help take out this nest. Very cool. Get offered a Fierce Claw. We're kind of holding out for the wind moves here, and with our damage upgrades, there's really no reason for us to pick up another technique right now. The rocks are really good at clearing up massive amounts of enemies. How long can you just last if I don't move? We can check that after I picked up Tornado and Boomerang, but quite a long time. Inky is definitely a character I've been able to last a really long time with as well. Alright, another level on Windblade is fine. My controller is, its left stick is a little bit biased towards the bottom, so it's kind of hard to dash dance. Like, you don't take any damage. You'd need to get more levels on Pig for sure. You could make it so that you would take net 0, like you would out-heal your damage on Pig. It's very true to actual Temtem, where you very quickly become unkillable. An Asteroid Belt upgrade here. We want to prioritize upgrades to skills and over upgrades to gears whenever possible. We'll take the early level of gears, like the first level of gears that we think are important. Man, Pig is strong. We've got lots of stuff. Kazuma, of course, resists wind pretty well, so we have to put in a bit of a concentrated effort to take it down. Like I said, we'll take one level of Stimpack. This increases the fire rate. I believe it makes the rocks rotate slightly faster, but I'm not sure. It's all about increasing the efficacy of Windblade right now. Pig is already +8 on both defenses. You know what? Honestly, it's more that this Pig is like +8 on offenses. It deals so much damage. Let me just go ahead and pick this up and... Yep, this seems fair. Great stuff. Ooh, Petrify. We don't really want Petrify either. Again, holding out for those wind techniques if we can get them. We get offered Windblade Plus, we'll get offered that again. We'll pick up Tornado. And now we'll pick up Windblade Plus. What are those giant gusts of wind, you might ask? Well, that's Windblade Plus. Okay. Gosh, Pig sure is strong. Alright, so our first mini-boss, Cycrox, is going to spawn in about 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some more crates elsewhere on the map first. Windblade out of Pig's front, so it's good to kind of keep moving into enemies with Pig wherever possible. As you can see, we're kind of protected by our, Is there a time limit? Sort of, Patform. The runs end when the boss is killed. So, I guess if you guys wanted to, we could try a run later, or, you know, a different time where we intentionally, like, avoid the boss and try to just last for as long as possible. But, the boss of the level always spawns in at 15 minutes, and then they're taken down. When they're taken down, the run ends. This is, of course, just the public closed beta. The actual game's release, or even the public beta that's coming out in a couple weeks, will no doubt have other modes, other maps, maybe other features as well. Oh god, that Cycrox did not last long. We get an Asteroid Belt upgrade and a Volgon Scale upgrade. Great. Okay, let's go over to the right side here and see if we can pick up some more crates. There it is. Perfect. Oh, we'd like one more skill and one more here. I think holster is going to look pretty good here. Or thermal paste, of course. But let's keep moseying along here. There's Boomerang. Now we've got the full suite of wind moves to complement our rocks that keep things off of us in close, and we can just sort of run around the map. We've got this speed upgrade, which is really good at keeping up with our wind blade. As sort of like turns us kind of into like a battering ram, like a truck of damage. I like using the fruit that spawned on the map as sort of a guide to where I've been, so I know how far left to go. Fire rate seems pretty good. As you can see, Windblade Plus has a pretty short cooldown, so the faster it can get onto that cooldown, the better it'll be for me. Go ahead and make our way down towards the next event. I believe this is a control zone. Yeah, looks like so. At the area where Volgon layers are spawned, normally in the mainline Temtem game. Only two. I noticed only two of these little... What are those even called? Like, pots? Lanterns? Fire pits? We're just running in a circle so that Windblade Plus takes out all the enemies. Again, there's not too much to say about Pig. Pig is very, very strong if you emphasize early damage. Yeah, 2 more levels on Tornado, I believe, increases the number of projectiles and such on it. Faster increases the duration of techniques. That could be interesting for our wind moves, but I think we're pretty happy just to take an upgrade on Boomerang, lower its cooldown. And let's keep looking around for more chests. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that this Pig run is going just about as well, if not better, than the Inky run that I was on. And I have like tens of thousands of Pansons invested into Inky, and I think I have 3 upgrades on Pig. Pig is good. You unlock Pig and you want to win some runs, Pig is where it's at. Ooh, Turbo Boots actually gives us a upgrade for Boomerang. I've never seen that before. Let's pick it up. The next event has spawned very far away from us. We can pretty much only move out of the way of topography at this point. Is it topography? Geology? I think it's topography, right? Another word for, like, obstacles. Let's keep running. Great stuff. Alright, this is a nest upgrade, so, sorry, a nest event, so we're just going to stand still and let Windblade Plus break the nest. Wow. We did it. The enemies are frozen, and we're just going to run through them. Let's max out Tornado. As you can see, Asteroid Belt is quite strong in the early portion of the game, but quickly kind of gets outclassed by the wind moves, especially if you put the upgrade levels into it, obviously. Pig also has Kai Field, Petrify, Fierce Claw. I don't like those moves nearly as much as these. This is sort of my ideal form moves on Pig. I think in this game, it's generally fine to just wait for the techniques that you want. Another upgrade on the Boomerang there. Okay, strictly in terms of talking about type advantage, I think we were already over this way. Yeah, we were. Down. Goldie should be a tough matchup for us, but it may not matter. It probably won't matter. Yep, there it goes. Did deal pretty good damage to us. There was no Paharic. There's actually quite a bit of Paharic, just not playable. Fire rate increased. Wouldn't mind a thermal paste now, but I guess we've kind of maxed out our gear slots. So yeah, we've emphasized early damage, got a nice synergy going, and Pig is sort of doing the work for us. We've got a pretty decent number of Pansuns right now. We're waiting for the next Pansun Feast to come in. Arik is nothing without Mimit. Well, we've got Mimit too, just not on the same map. Take Boomerang, get us towards the Boomerang upgrade. I'm curious to see what Boomerang Plus actually looks like. I've never seen it before. I do not have very many runs of Pig under my belt. Mostly been playing Inky. I think my second most played is Ori. Nice, we got the Experience Cube Vacuum, so we're going to pick up a few levels from that. Boomerang Plus. Just boomerangs that are bigger, faster, and go further. Sounds good to me. More fire rate, let's go. Another Asteroid Belt upgrade. Let's see. Boomerangs. Oh, those are pretty cool, I guess. Are we at the point now where we can stand still? Kind of. If we had, like, Kai Field or something, Boomerang is actually hitting the stuff behind us pretty well. But yeah. That sort of gameplay is actually not that interesting in this game, because primarily what you want to be doing is running around looking for crates, and also going to events. So I think Crumb has actually done a pretty good job of not incentivizing the kind of standstill or run in a circle behavior. There's lots to do on the map, which I think makes it more fun. Yeehaw. Oh, toxic chip on the ground. Nice. So the Pansun Feast event should be spawning soon. Oh, look, we're right next to it. The event locations, I believe, are a 1 out of 2 in some cases, and in some cases they're just always in the same spot. So once you've played each map a fair few times, you can get a good sense for where you're supposed to be. Alright, let's go for Pansun Feast here. I just realized I haven't yet used Divine Inspiration. Let's use it now. It just makes Pig invulnerable, and it raises your HP regeneration. It makes Pig kind of tanky, but of course Pig doesn't really have that problem, because it deals a lot of damage. So for stuff like this, we want to be spinning around in circles, because our tornadoes come out of our front, and so does a wind blade, so we want to just kind of spread the love. Looks like we're going to pick up somewhere in the area of 1100. And then finish the run with somewhere in the area of 1100 to 1200 total Pansuns. That's pretty good for Sipanku, because Sipanku is missing that extra late event that gives you a little more, like Denny's has. Our fire rate is going up. We want to get that fire rate as high as we can so that we get onto our cooldowns a little bit faster and get a little more move uptime. Ooh, nice. That Pansun Vacuum gets us up to 1,300 Pansuns, which is great. Now we're just waiting for Nesla to spawn. When we reach Nesla, we got to make sure we sort of stutter step a little bit so that the tornadoes end up impacting it. But in the meantime, let's grab a few more chests. Ooh, nice little ice chest, or nice ice chip. Freezing everything. Wow, a nice little ice chip. Freezing everything. We're out at the edge of the world for this one. I don't believe that the different crates have different loot tables in them. I could be wrong. Oh, it's Nesla. We're invulnerable. We're sitting right on top of Nesla. And there goes Nesla. Alright. As you can see, if you emphasize early damage in this game, you get really, really strong, really, really fast. And that's Pig. Windblade Plus did almost 200,000 damage. Its damage per minute was unlike anything we've seen in all the videos so far. So, great job for us. In terms of skills for Pig, do recommend looking for additional projectiles or the Windblade extra projectile piercing. I believe that works with the melee techniques, but I'm not sure. And then, yeah, movement speed, very useful on Pig. Having a dash is good too. And then the meta scaling options helping you out as well. So that's Temtem Swarm. That's 4 videos now. Yeah. The game also has the ability to be played multiplayer. I find this game to be really, really enjoying. Really, really enjoying. I find this game to be really, really enjoyable. It combines some of the elements of games like Brotato and Vampire Survivors that I like playing with some of the strategic depth of Temtem in terms of like evolutions, level ups, and stuff like that. It is not as like completely strategically deep as something like Brotato would be. I don't think you're going to want to like spreadsheet out various different upgrades. It's a little bit more fun and casual than that. It is a game that rewards activity and movement on the map instead of just playing the same circular motions every game. So I highly recommend it. The public beta, I believe, is in on October 14th. If that all goes that way, I suggest you check it out. And yeah, that's going to be it for the stream today. Just wanted to record a few of those videos so I could get them onto YouTube. So look